Good morning, everybody. Happy Faith Sunday. I hope everybody had a great week. My week was challenging. The last couple weeks have been challenging. The enemy is just attacking, and it's just and it's my fault too. I'm letting my flesh let things get to me, and when I say flesh, as everybody knows me, as I definitely have a temper. I definitely like things my way, a certain way, and then that's what I mean by I've let the flesh lead. And it's not fun letting the flesh lead. The flesh just gets you in trouble. So I know a lot of other people probably are in the same boat, that things are just getting kind of overwhelming in the world right now. But that's where God comes in. And the only thing I know for sure, when I get up in the morning and I start my day, I ask for Lord. I've told you guys before, I've asked the Lord to help me. And I love God. I really do. I love him. I love what he's done in my life. And that's the only thing that keeps me going. And I want that from everybody. So I focus on that. All right, so today I wanted to kind of talk about is, what kind of Christian are you? What kind of believer are you? What kind of, whatever you want to call it, what are you? Are you just the ones that just go to church and you just like, you go through the 10 Commandments and you pick the ones that you want? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because the Lord kind of humbled me last night, because I think I'm a good Christian. I love the Lord. I seek his love every day, and I want to help him bring people to him, and that's my goal. But sometimes I get lost and distracted in life, and it's good when God humbles you. And so how he humbled me. So the other day, or last night, with my girls and I were watching TV, and they're getting at the age where, it's hard to find something to watch. And I'm really pretty good about really screening what I watch and trying to have godly things, or things that are not going to make me, go the other direction. And I think I'm pretty good at it, I think. So yesterday, Grace wanted to watch a show, and it was called Monsters. I don't know if you guys heard Monsters, and I'm like, no, we can't watch it. And she's like, why can't we watch it? I said, these shows are scary. They just give you bad ideas and stuff. And so she's like, okay, how about watch this? And it was Unsolved Mysteries. I remember Unsolved Mysteries. They're back in like the 80s or 90s. And I was just like, yeah, I said, we can watch that. It's okay. And she's like, how is that the same? She said, how is it different, sir? How is that different? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, how is that different? She said, because it's telling, the same kind of stories, but it's real. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, you know what? It's not. I said, it's negative. Like, every one of the stories in the Unsolved Mystery was negative. Somebody got murdered. Somebody got taken. Somebody is theft, adultery. I mean, it was all like these negative things. And I'm like, we're sitting here for the next 30 minutes watching this. And I said to her, yeah, you're right. I said, this is all bad. And I started lecturing her how we need to be careful what we watch, and how, that the poisons are mine, all that stuff. And all of a sudden, as I was saying this to her, the Lord spoke to me and said, what were you just doing? And before she had come in the room, I was watching a new show. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? It's like, but it's not that bad. And it was the exact same thing. It was called Greenleaf. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's called Greenleaf. It's about a Christian family, a mega family, like church family, and they have their problems and stuff. And I just wanted to check it out because I'd seen it before, but I was like bored. I was like, okay, I'll just watch it. And to me, it didn't seem that bad. But then the Lord literally showed me the little parts in the 25 minutes I was watching it, where first off, like the first thing, the parents were disrespected. And then in about 10 minutes later, there was adultery in there. A little bit later, they had the kids doing drugs. I mean, it was things that we do not want our minds to be filled with, things that we don't want to promote, but it seems like it's okay in our society to watch and keep watching over and over again. And we wonder why these people are doing this stuff. Why are people committing murder? Why are people doing adultery? Why are people doing drugs? Why are people stealing? And why are we doing this? Well, we're watching it. We're watching day after day, making it seem like it's normal. And like I said, I'm usually really good about not letting that stuff in, but God really convicted me at that moment. And at that moment, I confessed to my kids. I said, oh wow. I said, I was just watching something, and what I just told you, I told her. And then she goes into saying, well, I'm a good Christian. I read the Bible, we go to church, I'm good. I said, if I just do this isn't too bad. And that's what I was thinking at the moment when I was watching it. I do everything else good. It's okay to just watch this a little bit. And what God keeps speaking to me is, it's not okay Because think about it this way. Every time you watch something bad or you're doing something you're not supposed to do, that you're feeding your soul, it's like having termites come into you through the house. You can't see the termites, but they're making holes. They're making holes everywhere. And as soon as a storm comes up, the house is going to collapse. And that's what God is saying is happening to your soul. When you're watching or listening or around people that are ungodly and doing things that are ungodly over and over again, you're literally making holes into your soul. You're making it so when you go through a storm, which we all go through, because that's life, we will crumble and fall. And that's when the enemy comes in and he really takes in and he takes a hold of your life and he brings you further away from the Lord. He speaks lies to you that is not true because you have all these holes inside your soul because you've allowed these negative things to come through. And it happens just step by step. Like yesterday, like I said, I've never watched that show, but I was like, oh, I'll watch it for 25 minutes. And as I was watching, I was like, I do good things. I'm a good Christian. I do good things. And God's like, yes, but then tomorrow, what are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do the next day? And it keeps getting worse and worse. So the verse that really sticks out, and I would love for you guys to read the whole thing, is Ephesians chapter 5, but verse 15, 16. Be very careful then how you live, not unwise, but wise. Make the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. Guys, we live in a world that is full of evil people. And the enemy wants us to be sucked into that world. And we have to choose what we are watching, what we are doing, and we have to be mindful of it at every moment of the day. And we cannot say, well, I was good yesterday. It's okay to be this today. And sometimes it just happens. It happens. And as I was sitting there, as I was speaking to my daughter about this, I was like, okay, I need to be very mindful of what I am doing. And you don't have to be perfect, guys. And guys, God isn't asking us to be perfect. He's just asking you to just, before you watch that video, before you watch that clip, or before you say or something, just pause and just ask, is this feeding my soul? Is this healing my soul? Or is this making holes? So that way when the storms do come, I will collapse and I will do things and you will get into things that you should not. And then this vicious cycle continues. So as he spoke that to me yesterday, I started looking into my other areas in my life where I have let holes in, and it's time to repair, and we all can repair it. We just need to stop the behavior, stop doing what you're doing, and if you slip, just brush it off, and start back up again. It's life. Keep trying. That's all God wants, and He wants you to have a teachable heart. I always tell people, have a teachable heart. Alrighty, guys. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, and just keep doing your best. Yeah, that's all God asks.